The camera shakes violently, tossed by relentless waves and the chaos of the open sea. Every jolt is a reminder of the unpredictable dangers lurking in these contested waters, where even the weather seems to echo the tension between nations. A massive China Coast Guard vessel cuts dangerously close to a smaller Philippine patrol boat, its steel hull looming like a threat. The size difference is stark, a visual metaphor for the power imbalance at play in these daily encounters. Filipino crew in orange vests shout over the roar of water and alarms, their voices nearly drowned out by the cacophony. Orders are barked, warnings exchanged, and every man is alert, knowing that a single mistake could escalate the standoff. This isn't a declared war, just another day in the Bashi Channel, January 29, 2026. Here, tension is routine, and the line between peace and conflict is razor thin, shifting with every maneuver. Filipino fishermen and their Coast Guard escorts face relentless Chinese aggression. For these fishermen, the sea is both livelihood and battleground, and every trip out is shadowed by the threat of confrontation. Water cannons blast, ships block passage, and intimidation is constant. The spray is more than water, it's a message. You are not welcome here. China's goal: squeeze the Philippines out of its own waters, one confrontation at a time. Each maneuver is calculated, designed to wear down resistance and assert dominance. These are gray zone tactics, provocative, but just below the threshold of war. It's a dangerous game of brinkmanship, where restraint is as important as resolve. The Chinese blockade chokes off fishing grounds and resupply routes, slowly strangling local communities who depend on these waters for survival. Each incident is calculated, a slow-motion invasion in plain sight. The world watches, but for those on the water, the threat is immediate and personal. The world issues statements, but on the front lines, words mean little. Diplomacy is slow, but the pressure on these crews is relentless and unyielding. For these crews, survival is the only victory. Exhaustion is etched on every face, but so is determination. They know what's at stake. Every day is a test of nerves and resolve. Each encounter leaves its mark, but the crews return, ready to face whatever comes next. The pattern repeats, near Second Thomas Shoal, then here in the Luzon Strait. The flashpoints shift, but the pressure never fades. Beijing's message is clear: these waters are ours. Every flag raised is a statement of intent, a challenge to the status quo. The international community protests, but the pressure never lets up. Statements of concern echo across the globe, but the reality on the water remains unchanged. On these small boats, facing a naval superpower, hope is measured in sunsets. Each day survived is a small victory, a testament to courage in the face of overwhelming odds. Tomorrow, they'll do it all again. As dawn breaks, the cycle of tension and resilience continues, and the struggle for these waters goes on. China's strategy is relentless pressure without open war. In the Taiwan Strait, Chinese jets and drones cross the median line, testing Taiwan's defenses and resolve. In the South China Sea, China's Coast Guard and maritime militia swarm Philippine-held islands, block access, and harass vessels. Filipino fishermen lose access to traditional grounds, livelihoods vanish. For Taiwan, constant military pressure disrupts shipping and rattles markets. These are economic and psychological tactics meant to exhaust, isolate, and intimidate. China establishes de facto control without firing a shot, sending a message: resistance is futile. The world watches as China rewrites the rules, one gray zone move at a time. It's a suffocating squeeze, forcing neighbors to accept a new order. In response, a quiet partnership forms between the Philippines and Taiwan. No treaties, no parades, just practical cooperation in the shadows. Civilian and Coast Guard agencies share information, sidestepping Beijing's red lines. The Philippines brings experience with China's maritime militia. Taiwan offers advanced surveillance. Collaboration grows through small steps: weather data, illegal fishing reports, then real-time intelligence on Chinese movements. This isn't a formal alliance, but a pragmatic survival pact. By focusing on law enforcement and maritime safety, they avoid direct military ties. Trust builds slowly, but the partnership deepens. It's a silent handshake, practical, immediate, and essential. While the world debates, these nations act. The frontline heroes are Coast Guard officers, not soldiers. Their civilian status allows them to operate in a legal gray area, reducing the risk of outright war. Training is discreet, joint exercises disguised as search and rescue drills. Taiwanese experts teach Filipinos to document Chinese aggression and de-escalate tense encounters. Intelligence sharing is key. Taiwan's radar and drones provide early warning, giving the Philippines a crucial edge. This transforms a reactive force into a proactive one. The focus isn't on matching China's might, but on resilience and professionalism. Cameras, radios, and the rule of law become their weapons. By exposing China's actions, they win the narrative war. It's a fight for legitimacy, not just territory. Geography binds the Philippines and Taiwan, two nations separated by only a narrow stretch of sea, yet united by shared interests and mutual concerns. Their destinies are intertwined by the waters that flow between them, making their relationship more than just neighbors. They are partners in a region where geography shapes security. The Luzon Strait is their shared lifeline, a vital maritime corridor that connects the South China Sea to the vast Pacific Ocean. Every day, countless ships pass through these waters, carrying goods, energy, and information that fuel both economies. For China, it's a gateway to the Pacific, a strategic passage that opens up new routes for its navy and commercial fleets, and a potential launch point for projecting power far beyond its shores. For Taiwan and the Philippines, it's a front line of defense, a critical buffer zone that must be protected at all costs. Their patrols are a constant reminder that vigilance here is non-negotiable. If China controls the strait, Taiwan could be isolated, cut off from allies and support, while the Philippines would face direct threats to its own security. That's why joint surveillance is not just important, it's essential for survival. Taiwanese radar covers the north, scanning for any sign of movement, while Philippine stations monitor the southern approaches. By merging their data and sharing intelligence in real time, they track Chinese movements with unprecedented clarity, turning information into a powerful shield against surprise or deception. This cooperation denies China an easy victory, forcing it to contend with a united front rather than isolated opponents. It disrupts Beijing's divide-and-conquer strategy, making it harder to exploit weaknesses or sow discord between neighbors. The Luzon Strait becomes a united front, not a weak link, a barrier that stands firm against external pressure. Defending the strait means defending each other, an unspoken pact that extends beyond borders and politics, and by doing so, they safeguard the entire First Island chain, a crucial line of defense for the wider region. Trust and shared awareness are their force multipliers, amplifying their ability to respond quickly and decisively to any threat. Together, they complicate Beijing's plans, forcing China to rethink its approach and consider the risks of escalation. The strait's defense is now a shared mission, one that strengthens both nations and helps preserve peace and stability in the region. This partnership is risky. China sees any cooperation with Taiwan as a provocation. If exposed, Beijing could retaliate with economic or military pressure. Secrecy is vital. Every meeting and message is hidden. A single leak could unravel everything and endanger both nations. Regional neighbors are wary. An open alliance could fracture ASEAN unity. Manila must reassure others. This is defense, not aggression. The greatest danger is miscalculation. A standoff could escalate in seconds. An incident at sea could give China a pretext for force. The very cooperation meant to deter conflict could spark it if mishandled. This is the perilous reality of shadow warfare. Despite the risks, this partnership is a new model for small nations under threat. It's not about formal alliances, but flexible, deniable cooperation. Civilian agencies lead, framing the conflict as law enforcement, not war. This approach is legally defensible and garners international sympathy. It's a web of relationships. If one link breaks, others hold. The model could spread. Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia face similar threats. Quiet channels for intelligence and patrols can build a collective defense. Southeast Asia could form a resilient network without formal alliances. The Philippine-Taiwanese example shows how to resist coercion smartly. It's a blueprint for regional resilience. The Philippines and Taiwan aren't alone. The US, Japan, and Australia quietly support them. The US provides a security umbrella, deterring overt Chinese attacks. American patrols in the region create space for local partnerships to grow. Japan and Australia deepen ties with the Philippines, sharing technology and training. Allied support boosts confidence and capability for Manila and Taipei. Advanced intelligence from allies strengthens local surveillance. The allies nurture, but don't direct, this partnership. Stronger local partners are the best defense against instability. The future of the Indo-Pacific is being shaped in these contested waters, where every wave and every ship tells a story of tension and hope. Here, the balance of power is not just a matter of military might, but of strategy, resilience, and the will to stand firm. The Philippines and Taiwan's quiet alliance is a stand for sovereignty and the rule of law, a partnership forged not in loud declarations, but in steady, determined cooperation. Their unity is a testament to the strength found in shared values and mutual respect. Their subtle collaboration is more powerful than open confrontation, as it avoids escalation while still sending a clear message. They will not be intimidated or divided by external threats. By sharing risks and resources, they build a shield of mutual support, patrolling together, exchanging vital information, and ensuring that no ship sails alone in these dangerous waters. Their resilience sends a message: smaller nations won't be passive victims. Instead, they are active defenders of their own destinies, standing watch through long nights and uncertain days. The pressure from China will grow, but so will their resolve. Each new challenge only strengthens their commitment to protect their maritime rights and uphold international law. Coast Guard professionals hold the line, buying time for diplomacy to work and ensuring that dialogue remains possible even in the face of provocation. The fate of the first island chain depends on these connections, on the trust, coordination, and silent understanding between partners who know what is at stake. This silent handshake is the start of a new security architecture, one built on quiet determination and the recognition that peace is preserved not just by treaties, but by daily acts of vigilance and cooperation. Quiet courage may prove decisive in the great power competition of our time, as these guardians of the sea show that true strength often lies in unity, patience, and the unwavering defense of what is right.